Down here, salt is a way of life.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt, and to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in, and you can constantly taste the salt.
Let's change. Remove penalty.
No stop sing.
I never DC, I just got 45 hours ban. I DC. I am not asking for solution, I am asking to remove penalty from game. Steam sad. This is a bad idea to add penalty. If they do not want to remove penalty, at least they can make limit of penalty. Egg. I don't ask to say no. The temp ban is limitless, they can make this limited. This can go to 100,000 years. DC penalty times are WTF. Okay, I understand it's bad to DC and everything blah blah blah, but seriously? 30-minute penalty? Because I refuse to be in games where a killer was just slugging everyone and not hooking anyone because they had to get their 4K at 4 gens. I haven't played in 3 days by the way, and the last night I played I had to take a break after king 3 times, over the course of maybe 8 hours, and the reason for those DCs ranged from straight camping to cheating. Saw a death slinger magically appear next to me on a gen after slugging another survivor across the map, had no terror radius and not using Tinkerer. Sandy Sands is his name. I believe that the DC penalty is necessary, but to lock someone out for 30 minutes for King 1 game after not having played in a few days is absolute. The penalty should reset to 5 minutes every 24 hours at the very least.
DC penalty were implemented cause, mostly, survivor DC for every single thing that happened in the game. As for you, you can just wait. Bleeding is faster than waiting for the 5 minutes minimum of the DC penalty. For camping you can suicide, even though I suggest you to give your teammate time to do gen, if they are smart. For the cheater the same, probably will hook you and kill you at some moment. Everything is more faster than wait the DC timer.
It is true that it is faster to just wait out the bleed out timer or suicide, but truth of the matter is after having several rounds where I did just that to avoid the DC penalty, that eventually you'd rather get out of the game and take a walk rather than waiting for the game to end. Plus, that bleed out timer can start to get very slow when others come to heal you, then slugged down again immediately, rinse and repeat. I do think that slugging is a fundamental flaw to the game as well. The recover time there is slow enough that if you slug that survivor is going to be off gens for a while anyway, and if a killer is able to incapacitate all survivors before someone is even hooked with 5 gens still up, that's a big problem.
Well, this is survivor entitlement if I ever saw it. Oh well, have fun racking up those DC penalties I guess, then.
It's not really survivor entitlement when I'm voicing an opinion on what I feel is a fundamentally broken mechanic in the game from both the survivor and killer side. All I'm saying is that it would prevent killers from ending games in under 2 minutes, and it would allow survivors to actually continue playing the game rather than just sit and crawl for 4 minutes. A perk is a band-aid, not a fix. Also, look at the amount of streamers that play this game. Think there's anything exciting about watching someone get slugged down then forced to just sit there and wait to die? You gonna go tell every streamer to run Unbreakable so they can continue entertaining their viewers? Have fun with that. got matchmaking locked because the power went out 2 days in a row. My power went out while I was playing and now I'm stuck with a 24-hour ban. Is there anything I can do to appeal it? Since I have a busy week, I won't have time to play outside of this weekend. And before the Redditors come in. Yes, I previously DC'd in other matches leading to increased ML times, but I don't think it's fair to be punished for something I have no control over.
I think it's fair, so enjoy your free weekend with fresh air, family, and friends.
You have to have had a lot of DCs in a relatively short time span to get your penalty up to 24 hours. That said, sorry but I don't exactly empathize. Maybe stop DCing as much so a power outage won't get you banned for a day? Just a suggestion.
Time ban for DC. LOL, this is probably the worst update ever for this game. XD been playing this game for 3 hours straight. Playing a match like normal, game freezes, software issue, game must restart, log back into game, 1 hour game ban. Yup. Deleted the game, won't be back until this is removed. If I even feel like playing anymore, will be more than happy to spend my dollar elsewhere.
Frankly speaking, just basing on things said in this post, it seems like the Q ban system is doing its job as it should.
What makes this comical is the players that tell people goodbye, and fail to realize the more people that leave means the money faucet turns off and no more new content can be delivered until they have a dead game. I'm all for reasonable standards of actions and consequences, but even these penalties are over the top. But hey, the more people that leave, such as streamers that have already put this game down due to the stability issues and crashes disrupting bans. Great game everyone. No better than Friday the 13th. And good to know that this game is going to have longer queue times. LOLs.
Those bans are completely unnecessary. DBD is a casual game, and people should be able to leave if they want without any punishment. Mark my reply if you agree with me.
I agree, it's a party game and not competitive. DC penalties were supposed to be for competitive games.
The killer already ruined the match. I'm just sending him a message, you're boring AF. Now here's your measly quitter bonus.
The only message you are sending is that you hate being punished for screwing 3 other players over because of your selfishness. Goodbye, we don't miss you.
DC penalty is so. The stupidest idea is overwhelmed by the developers because it means that even longer search matches will take place, or people will jump out of the game because they will be punished for killing them or if the match is no longer fun. And even with the state of what Dead by Daylight has, it is simply not reasonably much. Too many bugs, and a not very good game code leads to frustration. Best to remove the mechanics while you still can.
Solution: stop DCing. Imagine defending DCing as a mechanic. For shame.
It is not without reason that you can leave the game. There are various reasons why you exit a game. The killer slugs someone to death, unfair hitboxes through window pallet sect, or through bugs, or something happened in real life. It's just wrong to punish people if you just don't feel like the killer or the match.
I mean, if survivors are DCing in-game, you're ruining the game anyway and wasting everyone's time. I'd much prefer longer queue times to actually play a game that's 4v1 instead of some entitled sin cause they got downed once.
Uninstalled DBD is no longer fun. Had 4 killers who camped because they knew they survived. Have to wait 5 minutes if you quit. The killers are only preferred, or we all just play killers. I told the fixers to kill the game.
Who cares? I just suicide if it's the Huntress with insta hatches or a game I just don't want to play. And if I really was upset at NDCD, I will kill the motivation for this game for scrub killers with my second account. I still play how I wants.
I've noticed the queue times have jumped considerably at this point. Cause equals effect? That is just scientific theory in general, not a conspiracy.